And welcome back to EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. We've reached the Final Four in Paris, and Regal Barcelona looking for their second all-time EuroLeague title. They'll take on CSKA Moscow. Moscow has won 6 of them over this period of time.
Number 21, Trajan Langdon, United States of America.
Number 24, Alexander Kaun, Tomsk, Russia.
Number 31, Viktor Hryapa, Ukraine.
Number 34, Zoran Planinic from Croatia.
So here's a look at how it goes out here. Zoran Planinic does get the start in the backcourt along with Trajan Langdon, Kaun, Hryapa up front along with Siskauskas. A great lineup, but CSKA may not have as much depth as their opponent today.
Well, you're absolutely right. Barcelona has got a tremendous amount of depth. Barcelona has gone with experience. All these guys have been there before, and they don't really have a whole lot of depth. You know, we see right here Pascual, the new coach. This is his first year. He, of course, was a player, a great player there at CSKA Moscow, and now taking over the coaching duties.
So he far less experience on the bench than a lot of guys that would be here. But Xavi Pascual on the other side, a young coach as well in his 3rd season with Barcelona. Let's meet their starting lineup.
Number 9, Ricky Rubio, desde España.
11, Juan Carlos Navarro, España.
23, Terrence Morris, United States.
25, Erasm Lorbek, Slovenia.
Number 33, Pete Mickeal, United States of America.
So those the starters for Barcelona, and as you can see, a very talented starting group, but also great depth on this team, which is a strength.
Well, it really is. They got 10 players that can really play. They've all played a lot of minutes this year, but that starting lineup is just really a terrific starting lineup, particularly at the guard position with Rubio and Navarro. And one of the keys to this ball game will be how effective Rubio can get into the paint and then start the dish out for the outside shooting Navarro.
A very young coach as well for Xavi Pascual for FC Barcelona's 3rd season as their head coach. He's been given a talented and veteran group, and he's done a great job with them.
Yeah, he really has, but he also has brought a great deal of defensive culture to this lineup. This is a team that led the EuroLeague in defensive stops. They give up only 64 points a game. They are a great team helping defense. They swarm you and they really get after you, and they're going to have to do that because CSKA Moscow really can shoot the basketball. They shoot 41% from 3, so Barcelona will have to close out on those outside shooters, particularly Siskauskas and Langdon.
Absolutely. So we'll see which team gets off to the quicker start here, as a CSKA Moscow team is loaded with experienced players with EuroLeague titles. And we'll see whether that is enough to take them through. This is a high-profile, great matchup between Barcelona and CSKA. At the beginning of the year, Gail, this looked like a rebuild for CSKA, but now they've got as good a shot as anybody.
Yeah, they really do. You know, they've got a lot of great players. Siskauskas was an MVP formerly of the Final Four, so was Langdon. Hryapa has just had a sensational year, and really, I think, a candidate for MVP this year in EuroLeague basketball. I'm a little surprised that Holden isn't starting the guard. We'll see a lot of him because he's a great on-ball defender, and he's going to have to keep Rubio out of the middle and out of the paint and slow down that potent Barcelona offense. 2
of the top big men from last year's CSKA squad are now on the other side of the court today on the Barcelona side, in Morris and Lorbek, both in the starting lineup. We are underway, semifinal number 1 from Paris, and it is Barcelona who has the ball to start. This is Morris. He can hit the 3. They'll run the offense for now. Rubio beyond the arc. Repost for Lorbek down low against Kaun. Gave up the dribble. Now Morris will launch the 3. And the rebound, Sasha Khan.
Yeah, and CSKA does a good job in the opening sequence there. Good good defense that time and forced the outside shot by Morris.
This is Ramūnas Ciskauskas, guarded by Pete Mickeal. Great matchup there. Langdon, turnaround shot won't go. Rebound to Mickeal.
And that shot was contested, as you saw. Navarro right up on Langdon. Langdon, a guy that comes off picks and is a catch and shoot type of guy, but Navarro was right there on him.
This is Pete Mickeal. Size advantage on Langdon. Trying to back him down. Reach in, no call, and it goes simply out of bounds after it was broken up by Langdon.
Yeah, great hands that time by Langdon. As you just said, Mickeal had the advantage underneath.
All the way out for Lorbeck. Across Rubio. Mickeal fakes up and draws the first foul of the game. It will go on Ramūnas Ciskauskas.
And Barcelona right away looking to go in down low to use that post position. There's a good head fake and the drawing of the fouls as Ciskauskas steps in underneath Mickeal.
The 19th all-time meeting between these two great clubs. And it's the fourth meeting in the Euroleague semifinals. The first one went to Barcelona on the way to Barcelona's only title in Euroleague competition. And then the last two semifinal matchups were won by CSKA last year and also in 06 on the road to CSKA's fifth Euroleague title. So the first points of the game to Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona, good pressure bringing the ball up.
Faking inside. Ciskauskas had it blocked, but Khan followed it in.
Yeah, Khan has just come on, and really he might be the most improved player in Euroleague basketball from last year. He's gotten a lot more playing time and has just done a terrific job of filling that center position there for CSKA.
Rubio left alone for three. It's not his strength. He missed it. And Carapa the rebound. Quickly out for Ciskauskas. No numbers for CSKA. They will set up.
Yeah, CSKA's very patient on offense. The team that really likes to run their offense, and right away it looks like now they're going in and trying to. That's a foul on Rubio.
First of the game on Rubio.
Yeah, Planovic likes to post up guards. He's a big guard at 6'6". Does a nice job here. It gets Rubio down low. Rubio knocks him on the arm.
Ricky Rubio, the Rising Star Award winner in EuroLeague this year. And property of the Minnesota Timberwolves. A first-round pick in last year's draft. And still unclear when and if he'll be making the move to the NBA. He's a very young player, of course, just 19. But he's been playing at the highest level for about 3 years. In Europe, that is. Navarro launches and rebound to Khan.
And early on, we're seeing very good defense by both teams. They're contesting the shots.
Nice bounce pass for Khan inside. Goes for the jump hook. And the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Barcelona. So it will be CSKA ball underneath. Planovic to inbound. Here's Carapa. Now screens for Planovic. Gets into the lane. Khan inside. Can't hit. Tip won't go either for Planovic. Now Langdon has it. Ciskauskas with Mickeal on him. New shot clock. Picking his way into the lane, and Ciskauskas hits the little floater.
Yeah, nice pick and roll from the high pick and roll, and Lorbeck doesn't really step out on the switch, didn't want to switch, and Ciskauskas controlled the ball, and eventually got a nice little jump shot there.
Ricky Rubio finds Mickeal from the wing. Rubio trying to get that rebound on the baseline, but touched it last. It'll go to CSKA.
And both teams really having trouble shooting a high percentage right now. The defense there, you see Lorbeck just backs up. He should have gone out there and really contested and stopped the dribbler. He let Ciskauskas get in there just too far deep into the lane.
Here's Carapa, will launch a three and buries it.
Boy, Carapa stands out there. He didn't really, was looking to pass. The shot was sort of a last resort, but he knocked it down.
He's had a phenomenal year in all categories, stuffing the stat sheet unlike any player in EuroLeague basketball this year. Even shooting the three, as you saw there, 43% on the season. That's 8th in the league. Here is Lorbeck with the spin move in the lane. It rolls out. Planinic, the loose ball, comes away with it. Working on Rubio, trying to take him down low. Bank shot won't go. Tip won't go for Kahn. Planinic has it. Right now, CSKA getting the better of the action in this first 4 minutes.
Yeah, Barcelona really looks a little bit tight here early on, but CSKA really is controlling the game right now. But
Tsimikas bricked up the three. That is odd for one of the best shooters on the continent.
Yeah, 55% from three-point range this year in Euroleague.
Navarro into the lane, in traffic, wild shot won't go. And another empty trip for FC Barcelona. Barcelona just with the 2 points in the first 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Planinic the drive.
Tough shot.
Rebound to Morris. Quickly up court. Rubio tried to find Mickeal, but turned it over.
Yeah, a little bit out of control there. Rubio trying to get some life and get some pace into this ball game for Barcelona, but actually got out of control and threw it away.
It's not been the best of starts for Barcelona. Would you think Pascual might have used a timeout by this point?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think they got to just, they're 0 for 6 here early on in field goal percentage. And just obviously maybe a little bit of nerves here, but that's a great play that time. Again, Langdon coming off a screen. You got to call timeout and regroup right now.
That was just a 2, but how Langdon can get that much room is a huge breakdown. 7-point lead. CSKA scored the last 9 points after getting down 2-0. Navarro step back jumper. That won't go either. 0 for 7 from the field to start. And now a foul on Victor Carapa as he tried to take it from Lorbeck.
Yeah, Navarro just really is a great shooter, but he seems to be... now look at Langdon come off this. There's no one there. Navarro gets picked. Nice screen. Good setup. In rhythm. Lots of time. You give Langdon that much time, he's going to knock it down every time.
90-second timeout.
So we do get a timeout here with 4:54 to play in the first quarter after getting 2 free throws to start the game from Pete Mickeal. Barcelona has missed everything from the field. 0 for 7. They're down 9-2 early.
Yeah, again, Barcelona looks very tight here early on. And the game also is right now playing at the speed of CSKA. That's what they want to do. This is a little film of last year. And again, that ball game in last year, here we go, Carapa with the steal. And Carapa, of course, has had even a better year than he had last year. And he, leads the team in just about everything. Tsimikas hit from outside. So this is a very experienced CSKA team, and it looks like they're very comfortable here in the Final Four. They've been here the last 8 years.
Hey, look back to 2009. FC Barcelona had as much as an 11-point lead, but the big thing was the closing fourth quarter. Tsimikas had 18 in that final quarter, including all 11 in that decisive 11-0 run. Finished with 29 points. Tsimikas just picking the team up on his shoulders.
Yeah, well, he just really took over that ball game. And you look at how the game's going right now in Barcelona. One of my keys is that Rubio has got to penetrate. He's got to get into the paint and then force CSKA to pick him up, and then they start to dish and force get some rotation by CSKA. But Rubio is not penetrating. Everything has come from the outside pretty much for Barcelona right now. Also, the pace of this ball game really favors CSKA.
Nice play off the inbound as Rubio found the cutting Mickeal, who's got all 4 Barcelona points. Now the turnover. So immediate dividends after the timeout. Barcelona stopped the 9-0 run, and now they got it back. Rubio into the paint, back out again. This is Navarro, and then misfiring for Mickeal.
Yeah, right now, again, Barcelona just a little bit out of sync. And that's how we see the turnover, the alert Rubio with the steal.
Tsimikas out front, triggering the offense for now. Langdon beyond the arc. This time Navarro's all over him. Carapa out front. Finds the rolling Kahn, but he couldn't handle the pass. So CSKA turns it over. Still up 5.
And Morris, really great team defense from the weak side. Then they turn it over.
Up ahead, Carapa, ahead of the field, blocked by the hustling Morris, as Carapa tried to squeeze it up quickly. Great end-to-end action on that flurry. This is Rubio. Will choose between high screens. Vazquez just came in out of the timeout. Rubio missed the layup.
Again, Rubio a little bit out of control that time. Threw up a wild shot. But at least he was penetrating and getting into the paint.
Here's Siskauskas.
1-on-1 post-up.
Now gets the screen from Kahn. Kahn opens up underneath and slams it home.
Great two-man game that time by CSKA, and poor defensive help and rotation on the part of Barcelona. Morris coming over a little bit too late. Kahn, here we take another look at it. He's wide open, and then Morris, he's not even nowhere to be found. You're going to hear Morris does a great job here of coming back and helping out. Stop that two-point layup that time.
Navarro, scoreless so far. Lorbeck out front. Hands to Rubio. Tries to get in the lane. Over to Mickeal. Spinning in the lane in traffic. Wild shot, but a foul will go against CSKA. Pete Mickeal, great experience. Great all-around player. That foul goes on Siskauskas, so that could be interesting here. It's his second.
Yeah, that's his second, and he might get a substitution that time. Now Mickeal made the penetration along the baseline. It was good help, good team help from the weak side. He threw up a wild shot. He got away with getting fouled. It goes to the line, but I like the way CSKA defensively is really helping one another and forcing Barcelona into really some tough, low percentage shots.
That is true. Mickeal now the only man who scored still for Barcelona, who trails by 5 at the moment. Planted it. Tough shot inside. Hit nothing but the backboard. Rubio using the speed, but Planinic hustling down to break it up. Mickeal again, blocked, but a foul. Carapa can't believe it, but he's going to get whistled.
That was a great block. I don't like the call at all. Now, if you're going to call it on anybody, you call it on Siskauskas, number 9 down below. But up top, it looked like we're going to take another look at. There's Rubio pushing the action. Now we're going to see. Watch up top. It's a block.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely a block. You got to let that go.
So we've got Juan Carlos Navarro going to the bench here after a very cold start to begin this ball game. And again, it's Mickeal at the line. It's his 3rd trip to the line. He has all 7 of Barcelona's points. Nobody else getting anything done here in the early going. Navarro's 0 for 3 from the field and now on the bench, and that's their leading scorer at almost 14 points a game. Basile is in, the veteran from Italy, wearing number 5 in blue. Langdon, Planinic, step back 3. Rebound Carapa, and a fresh shot clock for CSKA.
Yeah, Carapa, he just has a nose for the basketball. He finds it.
Matias Smotis missing the 3. He missed the entire EuroLeague season. Just came back for a domestic league game against BC Kimki last Sunday, and is fit to play after back issues. Tries to take it away from Lorbeck, breaks it up, scramble for the ball. Rubio's got it. Vazquez, the extra pass, Basile. Mickeal will launch the 3. Rubio, the offensive rebound, and the CSKA foul on Planinic. So not a lot getting done offensively for Barcelona, but a flurry of activity that seems like their quickness and their urgency has stepped up.
Yeah, it really has. They're getting to the ball, and particularly Rubio. Rubio has pretty much been everywhere. He's not done anything offensively except that he has got 1 steal. He's gotten to the ball. He's got a rebound. He's created havoc out there. Now he, of course, is at the line, and this is a great young player, just 19 years old, and his knowledge of the game and his ability to help teammates to distribute the basketball and really be the leader of the point man on this team has been so unbelievable at 19 years old.
Well, they've done it without the result of a only one field goal, in fact, but they've gotten it back to a 1-point game courtesy of a grinding 8-0 run. And here is Kirapa down low, working against Mickeal, goes for the turnaround. It rolls out, and the rebound to Lorbek. So a chance now for Barcelona to get their first lead since 2-0, despite starting 1 for 10 from the field. Mickeal wants the breakdown, scoops it up. That won't go. Kirapa the rebound. And now J.R. Holden into the game to run the point for CSKA. 8 straight Final Four appearance for Holden, which matches his CSKA team's run. Pops Mensah-Bonsu also into the game, number 13 in whites. Missed the tip back. Basile the drive in. Actually, it was Rubio who dropped it down for Vazquez for the dunk. And Barcelona suddenly has the lead at 12-11 with under a minute to go in the first.
And credit Rubio again here to the explosion into the middle of the paint, and just great vision. He knows Vazquez is there. The little drop pass, and it's all Vazquez, and it's all Barcelona on that play.
Rubio's best moment so far of the game, second assist. Here's Smotis. Now for Kirapa on the block. Size advantage on Mickeal. Has him in the paint. Double team. Help. And then throws it away. Intended for Holden. So Barcelona has turned this game around. It's a 10-0 run after trailing 9-2.
Yeah, and if I'm Kirapa, I got to do a little jump hook in there. I'm too close to the basket to be throwing that ball out. I got to take it off, be aggressive offensively, take it right to the basket.
Lakovic into the game now, running the point for Barcelona.
And we're going to see right now the depth of Barcelona. You got Lakovic, you got Vazquez, you got Basile in there.
There's the drive, Mickeal. Rebound, Smotis. Holden, the final seconds of the quarter, and the half-court launch will fall away. So a game that had 2 significant stretches in the first quarter. One, all Barcelona, an 8-0 run for a 9-2 lead. Then Barcelona coming back to take a 1-point advantage. And it'd be a great matchup there as well. High intensity through 1 quarter of play at Palais Omnisports in Paris-Bercy. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. It's a 1-point lead for Barcelona. CSKA Moscow with the basketball, trying to regain the advantage. They led this one 9-2 early, but now Barcelona has fought their way back and has the 1-point advantage.
Mark, what we're really seeing is 2 great defensive teams really get after one another. Both teams are only shooting 28% each, and again, there's another bad shot there by Smolis. And of course, one of the questions coming in this ball game is, Smolis, who didn't play all year, how ready is he going to be? He of course has been a great player through the years, but the question is he ready to step out on the court and play at this high level after missing the whole year?
We will see. Lakovic with the basketball. Screen from Vazquez, who's on the floor with Lorbek, Mickeal, and Basile for Barcelona. Lakovic, the great shooter from distance, hits a 3. And look out, it's the largest lead of the game for Barcelona.
And Barcelona's first 3-point make. 1 now, 1 out of 7. And Lakovic, he had a lot of time that time to really set up and take the shot.
Lean-in shot won't go for Langdon, but drew the foul from behind. It'll go against Gianluca Basile, his first.
And Saskauskas had only 2 points in that first quarter. Langdon only 2 points. And for this CSKA team to really be successful, you look what they've done all year. Those 2 players, Saskauskas, and Langdon, have got to score. And they only had 2 points each here in that first quarter. So CSKA has got to get them some open shots.
Langdon, a phenomenal free throw shooter, or a shooter from anywhere on the floor, but from the line 92% during Euroleague play, and naturally gets them both there for 4 points to cut the lead down to just 2.
Now full court pressure there by Holden against Lakovic.
Lakovic, the left-hander, who can really heat up from distance already with the 1-3. This is Vazquez down low. Kicks it across Basile. Fakes and fires. Follows his own miss. And a fresh shot clock for Barcelona. Lakovic off the Vazquez screen. Langdon stays with him. Langdon forcing him baseline. Likovic takes it, finds Lorbeck, taken away by Pops Mensah-Bonsu. Mensah-Bonsu fouled in the open court by Vazquez.
And Pops does a great job of really filling in the rotation there and anticipating the pass off here. Now here's Rubio. That was a foul that time by Rubio. And there he is, the penetration. A little out of control that time. Throws up a little wild shot there. But here he does a great pass that time. Boy, does he can he distribute. Too much time for Likovic coming off that pick. If you're CSKA, you cannot let him gather and get in rhythm.
It's just Smotis out front. Down low, Kahn back into the game. Gives to Siskauskas. Siskauskas playing with the 2 fouls. Good defense here from Barcelona. 9 on the shot clock. Holding the drive. High off glass and gets the roll.
That was very, very pretty. Good penetration. One of the few times that CSKA has been able to get something going to the hoop and throws up a high archer over the defense there.
15 apiece.
Coming from the weak side.
Here's Likovic. Shot clock now down to 8. Likovic gets into the lane, just lost the ball. Sasha Kahn came in to greet him, and Likovic wants a foul here, but just a turnover.
There's the last shot there by Holden. Now here we're going to see the drive. It goes all the way around, and then the high archer almost at the very top of the...
hit the framing.
Yeah, the backboard that time.
They say top corner of the square, not the backboard, but it was soft enough. Air ball from Siskauskas.
Yeah, he hesitated in that shot. He's got to come right off that pick, and he's got to go ahead and fire.
Here's Likovic. Lorbeck, way outside. Vazquez from 17 strokes it.
Yeah, nice play that time. Vazquez setting the pick on the weak side and then rolling to the foul line. A lot of times that guy who sets the pick is going to be open with the switch.
So the very shaky start for Barcelona appears to be in the rearview mirror. This one settling into a tight one. Smotis well beyond the arc. Down low for Sasha Kahn. Still working. Goes for the jump hook in the lane and hits. Kahn's got 6.
Yeah, nice play that time. Little one-on-one low post move. Shot it over Vazquez that time. Vazquez, of course, is a very, very good defensive player with long arms.
Basile with some room. Can't hit the 3 there. Vazquez kept it alive. Now Siskauskas with it.
Yeah, that's a good block out that by Kahn, but Vazquez just going over the top with using his length to tip that ball and make it in play.
Siskauskas patiently drives, finds Kahn. Blocked by Vazquez. And then the foul by Sasha Kahn. That should be his first.
And CSKA right now, they don't seem to have that a real explosive or real confidence in driving the lane and really attacking Barcelona. They're taking like an extra dribble. They're looking for the Barcelona bigs, and I think it's causing a little confusion. You drive into that hoop, you got to go to the basket. When you go back to the basket, you go hard. If you get bumped, you get bumped. Then maybe you can get foul and go to the line, but they're hesitant, and Barcelona is just playing on that and using their length.
Great move inside Lorbeck, but the foul, they will say, before the shot on the floor.
Well, I'm sure that Carapa has seen this before. Great, he set that up, a nice pivot that time, the drop step by Lorbeck. Of course, those two played against one another, I'm sure, in practice many times last year as Lorbeck was a member of that CSKA team.
And that's a big issue here. Carapa now with 3 fouls, and that is on top of Siskauskas' 2 fouls. So
yeah, that is
key players here.
That is real big. Of course, now we have number 20 in there for CSKA, who's really had a nice year, come off the bench for Roncevic.
Back into the game for Barcelona is Navarro, but the cold shooting for Juan Carlos continuing. He's 0 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, Planovic is now back in. Also, he's playing in the backcourt with Holden, so you got 2 point guards.
Siskauskas in a post-up against Grimau. Yep. Rises up and hits the turnaround. A thing of beauty for the Lithuanian.
Yeah, that's a mismatch. Siskauskas, he can post up like that down low against a Grimau. Grimau, good defensive player, but he's still outmatched that time by Siskauskas.
Likovic Three won't go. Grimau tipped it out of bounds. It'll go over to CSKA with 5:20 to go in the second quarter. The team from Moscow with a 2-point advantage.
See, right now, he's got good position right there. He just backs him in a little bit, turns, he fades. 2 points. He can do that all night long.
Great look at the separation.
And I go right back to him. They're going to go right back to him.
He's got it now. Same spot, same matchup. Threads the needle for Kahn. It goes back outside and then screens for Planinic. Planinic open at the free throw line. Cannot hit. Still after it. It'll stay with CSKA.
And again, I thought that Planinic hesitated there coming off the screen. He's got to come right up and shoot the basketball. He's thinking about it.
TV timeout.
So with a 19-17 CSKA advantage just about the midway point through the second quarter. EuroLeague semifinal #1 at the Final Four in Paris. Back with more in a moment. Barcelona ties it at 19. Right back to the same spot for Tsiskauskas. Maybe surprised what happened there. Found himself open, but there's Kahn again. We always knew about the hustle and the hard work, and that is what he showed you right there. He'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, and again, they're going right back to Tsiskauskas. They got the mismatch there. And again, he hesitated a little bit. He's got to take that ball and make a quick move right away, and I think he'd be very, very successful. But also on the weak side, Kahn knows that he's going to shoot the basketball. And so he's looking and assuming that shot's going to be missed. He gets great inside position, and then, you know, with his size and his strength, he just goes right back up and gets the foul.
This is a problem area for Kahn, as it is for a lot of big men at the free throw line. 59% free throw shooter. Missed the first. Kind of a shot put push there, but a lane violation, so they're going to give him another chance at it. That's not what you want to do. Just let him miss.
Well, Kahn, he sort of fooled him. He hesitated there. Go ahead and shoot the ball all in one. See, look, he's did it again. I mean, you got to get emotion. You got to get tempo when you shot. You know, it's too rigid.
Yep. Then he misses all 3. Grimau on the wing, looking for the breakdown. Blocked by Tsiskauskas. Great defensive play. Rubio on the drive. Wraparound dish for Nadong, who is fouled. Boniface Nadong will get 2 free throws. Voroncevic with the personal.
And Rubio does a great job of really here. Here's Roger going into the lane. And then just Tsiskauskas, great timing, the dish out. Rubio gets the ball, goes to his right hand strong. He's really quick. I didn't realize he was as quick as he is, but he goes by guards, and at 6'4", you know, he's very deceptive. And once he gets into the lane and the brings that defense to him, he's got great vision and the ability to dish, and this is what he does very, very well.
Boniface Nadong looking for the second of 2 free throws. Kahn rips the rebound. His 6th rebound of the game, but a turnover, and Barcelona will get it back.
And that's the kind of turnover that would just drive a coach nuts. You do a great defensive rebounding job, and then no pressure. It's unforced air, and those possessions, they add up at the end of the ball game.
There's Navarro still looking for his first points. Let's fly. That's a 3. Navarro finally gets on the board.
And you know, it's only a matter of time. He's a great, great shooter. Last year's EuroLeague MVP, and he really can shoot the basketball now. He's forced a few shots. That one he had wide open.
Now he's hounding Holden. Holden goes right by him. And an offensive foul. No basket. They will say Holden cleared out with the offhand.
Oh my, I tell you what, he goes around Navarro. Great shot. Oh, he does bang him with the off elbow. Great call by the official. He had a better look at it than I did. And there's Navarro from the time before where he just comes off a pick and there's no switch, no help. Holden trailing the play, and Navarro just pulls up and knocks it through.
4-point lead for Barcelona, matches their largest of the game. Holden's fired up right now, hounding Navarro. Grimau the drive, closed down quickly. Grimau gets the feed inside, can't hit off the Rubio feed, and an empty trip for Barcelona. But CSKA, this is incredible. It's 19 points at this moment. Barcelona not much better, but this is a defensive struggle at the moment. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
CSKA only shooting 31%, really having difficult scoring points. Now look at this Holden using the nice quickness into the lane, but a great rebound by Lorbak.
In transition, Navarro, La Bamba can't get it to go, but the rebound and foul on the putback. It'll be Nadang getting to the line again. Looks like Khan.
Well, they got the break. They are in transition. There's a shot. The good offensive rebounding position by Nadang, and that is Barcelona offensive basketball. Get a rebound, kick it out, and get down the court in transition and get the good high percentage shots, and that's exactly what they did. Because if they have to go against the set defense of CSKA, CSKA's pretty tough defensively, and they have great team help, and they make it very tough and force you into a lot of tough shots. But if Barcelona can get down the court there and get that high percentage shot before CSKA sets up their defense, they're going to be pretty successful.
Both free throws are good. Largest lead of the game right now for Barcelona, who started the game missing their first 7 shots and 1 of 10 before starting the comeback. Trailed by 7 in the opening minutes. Now lead by 6. Big turnaround for them. Here's Siskauskas. Nadang is out there on him. They go down low. Khan surrounded. Lost it momentarily. 2 on the shot clock. Siskauskas had to fire. And the rebound to Grimau.
All blue shirts. The 1 shot and out.
The shooting woes continuing here. CSKA 7 of 23 from 2-point range. 1 of 4 from 3. The Dong starting to find it here with the elbow jumper. He's got 5. And the lead is 8, largest of the game. Langdon fouled on the drive. It'll go against Juan Carlos Navarro.
Personal foul call on number 11 for Regal.
There we see Nadang on the offensive boards, just doing a great job.
Applauded by third-year head coach Xavi Pascual. It's going great for Barcelona. Now they weathered that early storm, and now they're the one inflicting the pain on CSKA. Langdon gives it up. Chirapa playing with 3 fouls. Siskauskas nearly tipped it. It's still battling and kept it alive for Holden.
Yeah, great work that time by Siskauskas on the offensive board. And right now, CSKA is really having trouble getting good high percentage shots.
Holden drive and dish. Khan throws it down on the Dong.
Yeah, that was a quick throwdown too by Khan. But again, it was credit Holden. He broke down the defense that time. Draw the big man to him, and then the good dish. And Khan with the stuff.
Breaks the 10-0 Barcelona run. Chirapa stole it away. Great defense from the Defensive Player of the Year in Euroleague. 44 seconds to go now.
Holden's got a mismatch here. He's got to get into that lane there. They're trying to run Langdon.
Here's Chirapa. Forced it inside for Khan. Broken up, but last touch by Khan. So a turnover for CSKA with 35 seconds to go in the half.
Now look at the quickness right there of Holden. Goes right around the defense, and the great dish as the defender comes to him.
Juan Carlos Navarro into the lane. Nadang at the free throw line. Bangs in another. He's got 7 points in the second quarter alone.
Yeah, he's not a great scorer, but he can make that shot. And he's just, right now, Khan is just slacking off and looking to help. And he's getting that good elbow jump shot.
7 seconds to go in the first half. Siskauskas off the foot of Nadang, and now just 2.9 seconds left, and they're way back in their own half of the court.
Yeah, want a timeout?
Substitution.
So Xavier
Substitution.
Pascual wants to get some guys in here for the final 2.9 seconds. Grimau in for some defense here.
Number 9, Rubio, and number 11, Juan Carlos Navarro.
And now we're going to get a timeout as Evgeny Pashutin wants to set up an offensive play here.
Well, they got plenty of time to get a good high percentage shot, and you know, this could be a big basket if they can get one in.
En principio, este tipo de situaciones suelen jugar un pase a Holden guardando el paralelo a la línea de fondo. El hombre que defiende, ahí, así, ¿okay? El hombre que defiende al que saca, se coloca cerrando este pase, ¿okay?
Pero que se pone más aquí.
No, cerca.
Well, Coach Xavi Pascual, speaking to his team in Spanish, appears to be convinced they're going to try to get a play running up that right sideline.
We want to switch all the screens.
Now we have some English for him, from him, which is good, and that helps. He wants him to switch all the screens.
Yeah. Again, you know, they got to, you know, they got good size, so they can switch here.
And only need to guard for 2.9 seconds.
Right. They will put some pressure, I think, on the ball. At least I would. I'd put pressure on the ball. I would not allow him to take this, stand there, and just throw it in. But
2.9 left in the half.
But they got to throw it in now.
Here's Holden. 1 second to go. The floater. And it will not go, so that'll do it for the first half of play in the EuroLeague Final Four, semifinal number 1. After an early lead, CSKA struggles, and it is Barcelona with their largest lead of the game, 29-21, in a low-scoring first half in semifinal number 1. You're watching the EuroLeague Final Four on ESPN. Well, you're all EuroLeague nominees. All these guys will make at least the second team, but tonight we're going to find out who makes the first team among these. Only 1 point guard, 2 total shooting guards or small forwards, 2 total power forwards and centers. Gail, who do you like to be on the first team?
Well, I like Teodosic as the point guard. I like Kleiza and Navarro, who's in this ball game, to be my shooting guard, small forward. And I also like Carapa and Maric, who we'll see in the second game, as my 2 guys up front. But all these players have had just sensational years. You know, you got to pick 5. I pick those 5.
Well, you won't see Ricky Rubio on this list yet, but he is the rising star in EuroLeague.
Yeah, he certainly is, and boy, he's the only player for Barcelona to start in all games thus far this year. Just 19 years old, drafted number 4 last year in the NBA, and here we see his ability to go from coast to coast. And at 6'4", he has got great poise. And great ability to pass the basketball.
Well, we don't know who our MVP of the season is yet, but some of the individual awards have been announced. As we mentioned just moments ago, Ricky Rubio, the rising star, is only 19 years old. Victor Carapa and Linas Kleiza both have already received awards. Either one of those guys could be the MVP as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They both have really led their teams respectively. Carapa has just stuffed the stat sheet all year long, and Kleiza has been unstoppable in the offensive end.
So, your EuroLeague stars of the season, we'll have that. And coming up, first half highlights on the way. About a month, the first week of April, when the last of the quarterfinal games were played. And now the Final Four, where things ratcheted up quite a bit. 1 and done. Barcelona's been a tough out when they've been leading at halftime this year, 17-1, but it pretty much mirrors their overall numbers. Here's Vazquez getting the opening hoop of the third quarter.
And he got it going to the basket. And I think CSKA has got to go to the basket a little bit strong, with a little bit of more authority, a little bit more confidence. And also, they got to get Vazquez and Langdon. They got to get him some good open shots.
Lorbeck, that's his first hoop of the game. So already quick offense for each team after a defensive struggle in the first half. Back to an 8-point lead for Barcelona. Remember, they had as much as an 11-point lead in the semifinal matchup between these two teams last year. CSKA came roaring back to win it. There's Holden, all that defense in the first half. Now it's all offense.
Yeah,
Nobody can miss.
Holden, you know, he very decisive, very confident, catch and shoot, no hesitation whatsoever. And of course, he is a very good three-point shooter. I like the defense he brings to the table. I like the quickness of CSKA.
Rubio drives and has it knocked away. Kirapa doesn't like the numbers. He'll pull it out.
Well, that's a missed opportunity, I think, for CSKA. They had an opportunity there for a 2-on-1. I know they like to play a more structured offense, and he got Holden there running the point right now.
Pull-up jumper. That one won't go. And the rebound to Rubio, who's playing in the backcourt along with Navarro, Vazquez, Mickeal, and Lorbek up front for the team from Barcelona. Siskauskas, Holden, Langdon, Kahn, and Kirapa. So starting lines for both teams. How about that? The tip in off the wild hook feed from Rubio.
I guess Rubio didn't hit the basket, so I guess he gets an assist on that.
Yeah, let's give him one.
But nice. Oh, my. What's the contact there? Ooh.
Looks like Lorbek as Kirapa headlong down the lane.
Boy, see, now that's the kind of authority and confidence that going to the basket that I'd like to see if I'm CSKA. Kirapa took that ball and went right to the basket. No hesitation whatsoever.
Here's Siskauskas. Give up the dribble, now in the hands of Holden. Holden into the lane. Right back out. Kirapa, extra pass for Langdon. And he fires. Sharp shooting Trajan Langdon.
And that is just smart basketball. You know, Kirapa could have taken that shot, but he knows Langdon's a better three-point shooter. He tossed it, made the extra pass to Langdon, and he got the nice wide-open shot.
Juan Carlos Navarro.
Good execution.
Off the Vazquez screen. Now it's Mickeal. Sizing up Siskauskas into the lane. Plenty of help. Stripped away by Kirapa, but wait, a foul. If it's Kirapa, it's his fourth.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Kirapa. He's the one that went down, but we're going to see if we can see it now. You know, there's no way. He was right on top of the ball. That's a tough position for us to see it. The official was right there as well at that same angle. I didn't like that call at all. I thought that was a good strip. But again, when you slap down on the ball, lots of times they're going to, more often than not, you're going to get called for that foul. And this hurts. Kirapa going out of the game with 4 fouls, and you still got 7 minutes to go, 7.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And a quick strike from Navarro, fading to the corner.
Boy, how quick was that release? Catch and shoot, falling away from out of the corner.
So Navarro now with a couple of threes in the game for his 6 points. Matias Smotis is in to replace Kirapa. Rebound, Langdon. Now in the hands of Holden. Holden's come out firing, but he's missed his last 2. Rubio pushing the pace, but CSKA's back. He will set up. Navarro. Rubio. Lorbek left alone. He'll shoot a 3. Can't get the roll. Kahn, 7th rebound of the game.
Yeah, great block out that time. Kahn, who had a great first half, 8 points and 6 rebounds.
Here's Smotis. To Langdon. Navarro on him. Siskauskas. Oh, tough little shot in between game.
Yeah, nice little curl that time. Siskauskas coming all the way from the weak side, comes off the pick. Good distribution there by Langdon. But again, I like the no hesitation. He just got to go ahead and shoot the basketball.
Here's Rubio. They leave him alone. He'll take the 3 and hit.
Yeah, Kahn, you got to trap him. You can't back off that time. Rubio got lots of time. Not a great outside shooter, but he will knock it down if you give him that much time and that much space.
Rubio 34% from three-point range in EuroLeague competition. Not great, but certainly not known as a shooter. Langdon off the Kahn screen. He's in a couple in a row. That's another 3.
And both teams coming out here in the second half have really started to light up the basket from the offensive side. They're much better offensive execution by both teams.
Right now, just crediting Langdon with the 2. Scramble for the ball. CSKA comes up.
CSKA not in any hurry as Holden walks it up. Very structured offense. They like the pace.
Oh, Smotis turned it over. Mickeal 1-on-2. Tried to force it in, wouldn't go. Smotis comes away with it.
Yeah, and I think he got away with a little bit of offensive shove that time. Mickeal did. But he had a good high percentage shot, and you got to make the finish on those kind of shots.
Looks like that will stay a two-pointer on the last shot from Langdon. Holden trapped in the corner.
Good trap.
Ciskowski's 2 on the shot clock. Got to go. Let's fly over Lorbeck. Big rebound for Ricky Rubio.
And the time just ran out that time. And he's got, again, a low percentage outside jump shot. There's
La Bamba. This time it goes for Navarro's got 8.
Well, it's only a matter of time before he heats up. I mean, he's just too good to be shut down.
Got Barcelona back up to an 8-point advantage. That's just the largest lead of the game. They've had it at several points in the first half until now. Almost 6 minutes gone in the third. Ciskowskis going for that fadeaway. Cannot get the roll. Rubio saves it in bounds. Diving for it. Langdon gets it. Finally finds Ciskowskis. Holden now has it. The lob inside for Kahn. Langdon shoulders off Navarro. Missed the 3. Wow, a wild offensive sequence and a third crack at this possession for CSKA. Ciskowskis with plenty of room. Buries it from the wing.
And you know, we're seeing here CSKA, when they have time to shoot the basketball, to get set, to get their feet set, to get the rhythm, they're going to make baskets. Barcelona has done a great job of putting a lot of pressure. What a move and hesitation that time by Rubio, driving through the hoop and attacking the basket, going right at Kahn, and then with using his left hand.
Rolled it over the rim there, back up to a 7-point advantage. That last hoop by Ciskowskis was ruled a 3. And now a foul as Ciskowskis tried to come free.
Great save that time by Rubio. No one there. The good hustle by Langdon on the floor. And then it gets a little wild. Look at that. The fake by Navarro. The jump shot by Langdon.
All for naught, both ways. 2:58 to go in the third quarter. Packed house. Palais Omnisports. Huge arena, Paris-Bercy. Well, CSKA Moscow is on quite a run of getting to the Euroleague title game. They're in search of their 5th consecutive final appearance. Of course, they won it twice in 2006 in Prague and 08 in Madrid. So, unbelievable run of excellence at the highest level of European basketball for the team from Moscow.
Well, there's no question. They're one of the couple of teams that have dominated Euroleague in the last few years. And, of course, this is a new team now. And Barcelona, they beat them. I guess Barcelona was the last Euroleague championship was in 2003. And Navarro was on that team. He's the only person from Barcelona that has a championship. So this is very, very big for Barcelona. They, of course, have had a great year. They went the regular season undefeated, lost only 2 ball games this whole year.
And Navarro so far in the ball game with 8 points. They're a perfect 16-0 when he reaches double digits, which would seem to be a foregone conclusion here. We'll see if that number holds by the end of the game. Meanwhile, Zoran Planinic is back into the ball game for CSKA. He will inbound all the way out for Kahn.
And Planinic has had a tough night. I think he's what, 0 for 6 thus far.
0 for 6, yes.
You know, he's had a tough ball game. He's a better player than that.
Absolutely. Here's Holden. Smotis gives to Planinic and screens for him. On back for Planinic. Planinic in traffic. Can't get the roll. 0 for 7. And a 7-point lead for Barcelona. Rubio still in the game. In the backcourt, along with Navarro, Grimau is in number 44 in blue. And a brick thrown up by the normally sharp shooting Juan Carlos Navarro. There's the three-point numbers. 25% for each team. 4 of 16.
And they've been contested. You know, I mean, one of the things that you knew going in is you're going to have to, particularly CSKA, you're going to have to step out. And there we saw, again, another contested shot. Navarro on Langdon.
Here's Grimau stepping into a 3 in transition. Ball tipped around. A good job by Nadong to keep that alive for Barcelona. Rubio surveying things. 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time on a new shot clock. Rubio sets up Grimau. Headlong to the basket. Lost it. Great recovery defensively from CSKA. Under a minute and a half to go in the third. Planinic handling out front. Kahn, he doesn't want any part of a shot from out there. Here's Holden. Hesitation move on the baseline and draws the foul on Nadong.
Yeah, but I like what Nadong did. Here we see Rubio right there. The good pass. And Gamal just loses the ball. But I like Nadong, what he's doing on the defensive end. He really helps out, and he's a great intimidator in that paint area. He's got a lot of athletic ability. He's long, jump, and he likes to play defense.
So near the corner on the baseline is where CSKA will inbound. 1:15 to go in the third. Down 7. Here's Langdon. Lost it off his foot. Ponkrashov getting his first action. Collects it and gives to Holden. Holden hesitation move. Now in the lane. Opens up and lays it in.
Boy, what a nice hesitation move. And the explosion to the basket by Holden. When he's done that, he's been very successful.
Under a minute to go in the third. 5-point game. Barcelona started the game 0 for 7. Once they got the lead, they have controlled it since then. Rubio, baseline. Grimau lays it in. Rubio again, penetrating and playmaking.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, that's at Rubio at his best, and he always knows where everybody is. And the other players, give Grimau credit. They know when Rubio goes to the basket. They don't stand still. They find an open area where he can get the ball to him.
Smotis missed 3. Garapa back in with the 4 fouls. Got the offensive rebound and fed Langdon for 3.
And, you know, CSKA is just not going away.
12 points for Trajan Langdon. Crazy flip shot there with a whistle. Rubio has really asserted himself onto this game. He's got 5 assists today.
I mean, look at the explosion. He goes right to the hoop. Now look at that. Grimau just makes himself available, and Rubio has just got great vision and understands where players are going and his ability to get the ball. Like that pass right there. Right there, I mean, Smotis went to sleep. Rubio capitalized on it. The pass inside, and an easy 2, and that's an important 2 points.
Incredible. Ricky Rubio grabbing hold of the end of the third quarter with incredible passing. Saw the defender at his head turn, threw it right over the top of his head for his 6th assist of the game. How's this for closing out the third quarter? Nadong the recipient, but credit Ricky Rubio, the rising star in Euroleague. We'll take a break here on ESPN. It is a 47-41 FC Barcelona advantage over CSKA Moscow. Mark Brownlow with the Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. It's the Final 4 of Euroleague. Semifinal number 1. High intensity, tough defense. The offense has been tough to watch a little bit, but the play has been picking up here in the second half. There's no question about that. It'll be Barcelona with the ball and the advantage as we start the final 10 minutes. At stake, a spot in the championship game on Sunday.
Well, you're right. The third quarter was a little bit more offense, a little bit better execution, and definitely better shooting. But again, Navarro takes a, oh, what a great play by Morris on the follow-through.
That's his first basket of the game, Gail.
Yeah, he's been very passive tonight. And you know, Navarro, that's a deep shot. You would think they could get a little better shot to open up the fourth quarter, but anyway, they ended up with 2.
Langdon almost lost it. Holden catching fire. Rebound Morris, and Ricky Rubio on the run. Sets up Grimau. Now Grimal sends it back on top into the hands of Navarro.
Nice pick and roll.
Navarro drives. And a foul on the pass off. The bump coming from Sasha Khan.
Yeah, Khan is just really a little slow coming off. There's the shot way outside. A lot of space, but you see Morris just going right to the hoop. No one blocks him out.
I think it was Carapa that should have been. He's been the matchup. Navarro will come out for a break, opening moments of the fourth quarter. Rubio to run the point. Basile is in replacing Navarro, wearing number 5 in blue.
To run Basile off a couple of picks for jumping.
Langdon stayed right with him. Rubio, 8 on the shot clock. On the penetration. Flipped it inside, nobody there. Carapa gets the steal.
CSKA chooses to set it up. Run their offense. Try to spring maybe Langdon or Saskas free, but
Holden wide open on the wing. Can't get it to go. Carapa with a 4 foul still battling. Khan got the rebound. Holden in the lane. Pull up in traffic. Taken off the front of the rim as you are allowed to do. And in Euroleague basketball, Morris, a great rebound.
Yeah, absolutely a great rebound. Great timing. He just took that ball right off the rim.
Basile has some room, but airballs the 3.
Very surprising because Basile, that's his shot. Run off a couple of screens from the baseline and then come out and turn, catch that ball and shoot in rhythm.
Well, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to shoot today. Rubio will come out for a rest with 8 minutes to go. Shouldn't be a long one. Lakovic in to replace him. He'll guard Ponkrashov. Ponkrashov running the point right now for the game for CSKA. Playing limited duty so far today. Here's Ponkrashov. Size advantage over Lakovic. They switch it. Nadong's on him now. Khan wants it against Basile. And Basile gives the immediate foul.
Yeah, smart foul, smart play there by Barcelona. We're going to take a look here. Carapa surveying the defense, throws it into Ponchatrov. Now watch the quick switch this time now, Nadong. Nice play, that good talking on the defensive end. Got the bigger Nadong on Ponchatrov.
Ponkrashov chooses the Khan screen. He's a lefty going to the basket. Out for Siskauskas. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Nice fake. Siskauskas hammered.
Oh my! Oh,
incredible!
Yes.
Siskauskas, the strength, and then the touch.
Boy, what an individual effort by Siskauskas. He goes into the lane there. The great head fake gets both defenders off his feet. They come down on him, and he throws it up with a nice, soft little touch. It gets the shooter's roll. Just a great individual effort, and 3 points for CSKA.
As the free throw as well, cuts it to 5. Still though, CSKA has not been able to make any serious runs at that Barcelona lead.
Yeah, they won't go away, but Barcelona just really in command.
Lakovic missed the 3. Khan another rebound.
You look at who CSKA's got out there, and you got to say, geez, I got to go to Siskauskas, I got to go to Langdon. Those are your 2 scores. Carapa, look where he is out, 30 feet from the basket. That's not where you want him.
Now he's got it from the wing, short on the jumper. Battle for the rebound. Carapa comes away with it. Morris bumps him out along the sideline, committing the foul.
You know, and whenever there's a loose ball, Carapa is going to be there. He is really tough. When he sees that ball, he goes and gets it. Tremendous intensity. But he finds the basketball, and he wants it.
CSKA to inbound underneath. Ponkrashov sends it out for Khan. Now in the hands of Siskauskas. Mickeal trying to stay with him. Siskauskas was looking for Khan. It was broken up by Nadong, and still 15 on the shot clock. CSKA will keep it.
Nice little pick and roll that time. 2-man game between Siskauskas and Khan. Actually a very nice little pass, but good hands and good anticipation, good recovery by Nadong.
Poked away by the quick hands of Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Langdon's got it. He's losing it. This one's going nowhere, and they turn it over.
Just terrible execution that time by CSKA.
Ledong has it blocked inside by Khan.
Great recovery by Khan. Great help. And we're seeing some defense tonight.
Pankashov calling out the set. Comes back to the middle, off the Khan screen, into the lane, and the left-hander can't get the layup. Mickeal the rebound. Teodosic gives to Mickeal. Still a 5-point lead under 6 minutes to go for Barcelona. They are holding up off the bench. He'll be coming back in for CSKA. More than likely for Pankashov. Hesitation move, Mickeal. Spins into traffic, taken away by Carapa. On the move. Pankashov forces the issue and hits with 5.5 to go.
And I like what CSKA did that time. I like what Pankashov did. He took it right to him. He went right to the basket.
We'll take a break here on ESPN. Semifinal number 1.
He had it all on the offensive end. Last year's MVP, Juan Carlos Navarro.
Started the game 0 for 4. Is 3 of 6 since. Now with 8 points. A couple of assists as well. We look inside the huddle for FC Barcelona. We look at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. A low-scoring first half. Cold shooting and pretty tough defense throughout this one. A high-intensity semifinal number 1. Well, Pankashov will stay in the game as Holden came in. So Pankashov getting crunch time minutes only, really, in this semifinal number 1.
Well, you know, Planovic has just had a terrible, terrible ball game. Has not made a basket, and I think they've gone now a little bit with Pankashov trying to get something off the bench, and now he can try to guard Rubio, and it's going to be a tough for him because Rubio a little bit too quick for him.
Langdon out of the game for the moment for CSKA. Lorbeck will launch a 3. Rebound Mickeal. And a fresh shot clock for Barcelona. They'll use it halfway through the 4th and final quarter. Navarro inside Lorbeck. Challenges and hits over Khan.
Lorbeck does a nice job of really going right at Khan there on the once he got the ball on the post. And Lorbeck, of course, whose scoring has been down this year. But
Carapa inside scores over the fallen Lorbeck.
All right, CSKA's going to make any kind of a move now. They're going to have to pick it up on the defensive end and get some stops.
Carapa now just with 5 points in the game. Does have 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and a couple of assists as well. Here's Navarro. 3-point lead for Barcelona. Driving in and hitting. Tough shot over Khan, no less.
Yeah, Navarro really does a nice job. Once he comes off that screen, Khan has got to trap him. He lets him come off and get a little running start at him. And then, you know, he's just too quick for...
Pankashov driving inside. Vazquez stopped him. New shot clock here, and Holden will step into a 3. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Barcelona. So it'll be CSKA ball underneath. Down 5 with 3:55 to go.
And credit Khan. He is the only one on the offensive board. See, Khan doesn't step out and force Navarro wide. He comes off the screen. He goes right to the basket. He goes right at Khan. He's too quick. But look at Khan on the offensive boards. He is everywhere.
He's got 10 rebounds today. 6 of them on the offensive glass. Here's Siskauskas, hounded by Vazquez. Lithuanian step back jumper, gets the space and buries it. He's got 16.
Yeah, once he had Vazquez on him, he went outside, and he's just a little bit too quick for Vazquez outside. Does a nice job of stepping back, creating some space, and then puts down the jumper.
Here's Mickeal spinning in traffic. Left-hand
nice
shot
move.
won't go. Vazquez after it, blocked by Carapa, but a foul down low. It's going to go on Trajan Langdon, just back in.
Yeah, really a nice move there by Mickeal, but look at Vazquez right there, goes right back up smartly with the ball. And right now, Barcelona's doing a great job on the offensive boards. They're getting 2 shots, 3 shots the last couple of minutes at the basket. CSKA has got to clear the boards 1 shot and out once they make the good stop.
First free throw good for Vazquez. Only a 66% free throw shooter in EuroLeague competition. Looking to give Barcelona a 5-point lead. Can't do it. But it's tipped right back out to him.
Right now, Barcelona's really controlling the offensive boards here.
Rubio
getting a lot of second, third attempts at the basket.
Sets up the lob for Vazquez.
Yeah, well, that's a set play, and they do it very, very well. We've seen it before this year. The good communication again, once again, with the ball in Rubio's hands, looking for that open man. And Vazquez and him, they talk, they communicate.
And another stop for Barcelona. 6-point game, under 3 minutes to go. Ricky Rubio now with 7 assists on the game. Each one better than the next. Lorbeck 0 for 2 from 3-point range, so he wants to take Carapa. Carapa's got 4 fouls. He gives it up. Vazquez in the corner. Carapa the offensive rebound, stripped away by Siskauskas. CSKA, that is, still very much in this one, only down 6. Kahn on the roll, fouled by Vazquez, and they're going to call an intentional foul. This will be 2 shots in the ball.
Yeah, here's Rubio there with a nice pass, a lob pass we saw before with Vazquez. They knew what was going. Vazquez rolling to the basket from the weak side. Now Kahn goes to the line. Just a terrible, terrible free throw shooter. Let's see if he's these are big. If he can knock down a couple.
Now he missed 3 on his last trip. Let's see what he can do here. CSKA will get the ball after these.
He's got no rhythm whatsoever. Now we're going to see the foul. There's the foul. Good hard foul. I don't like the call as a intentional foul.
So Kahn gets 1 of 2, but CSKA will get the ball. And we'll see if this has any impact on the outcome of the game. This possession, what can they get out of this extra possession? Down 5-2-18 to go. Holden with Rubio guarding him.
Big possession right here.
They give it to Siskauskas. Screen from Kahn. Carapa wants a 3. Rebound controlled by Barcelona and Mickeal. 5th board of the game for Mickeal, who's also got 8 points. So they dodge a bullet there. Only 1 point after the foul and the intentional foul call. Mickeal just inside the arc. Quick shot won't go. Still a 5-point game. Kahn needs a friend. Langdon from deep. Carapa kept it alive, but Barcelona controls. Under 1.5 minutes to go. The lead is still 5. Nobody's made a 3 in the quarter. Rubio on the drive. Wide open is Lorbeck. That could be the dagger. It's a 3 for an 8-point lead for Barcelona. 1:14 to go.
And that's another assist for Rubio. Good decision making. They run the high screen and roll. The defense sags into the middle to help out. And there's Lorbeck on the 3-point line onto the right. No one even within 10 feet of him. That's shooting practice for a guy who is going to be all EuroLeague this year. And of course, played at CSKA last year. They know he can make that shot. You can't leave him wide open like that.
Absolutely. He is a 38% 3-point shooter in EuroLeague competition for a big man. Those are very solid numbers. Right now, the biggest number, though, 8. That's the deficit for CSKA. Let's look and listen into Barcelona's huddle.
Y aguantamos 1 contra 1. No 3 puntos. Pita si van penetración cerrado.
I believe he said no 3-pointers. He doesn't want
no 3s. And they're going to switch everything.
Switch everything. FC Barcelona are right where they need to be. They've built an 8-point lead. It matches their largest of the game. Only a minute 12 to go. CSKA needs a minor miracle. Pongrashov spins it up. Won't go. Rebound Vazquez. And into the hands of Rubio, who happens to be a phenomenal free throw shooter. No big urgency here from CSKA. They haven't decided to foul. Not yet, anyway.
Well, you don't want to foul Rubio. He really can shoot that basketball from the
Rubio buries a three. How about that? Rubio slicing and dicing with his assist. Now with a three. Answered by Siskauskas. 38.7 to go.
And Rubio on the big stage just gets better and better. He shot that without any hesitation. Says, I'm finishing this game off right now.
Barcelona inbound under pressure. Into the hands of Navarro. And he is fouled, and that's another great advantage at this point of a game with a lead for Barcelona. They are a fantastic free throw shooting team as a team. 81%. With guys like Rubio and Navarro carrying the load. Mickeal's almost 90% as well. Under a half minute to go, an 8-point lead. CSKA trapping but not fouling.
You got to extend this ball game.
It looks like they've called it.
Another rebound.
Navarro will take one for good measure. That won't go. Vazquez dunks it home, 7.7 for a 10-point lead. This game was never double digits until the final minute. And Barcelona, with a strong closing run, has eliminated CSKA. And Barcelona will go to the Euroleague Championship game. The Brain Trust, Joan Laporta, FC Barcelona president, and all celebrating this victory courtside.
And it was really all Barcelona pretty much the whole ball game. They controlled the game. They did everything right, particularly on the defensive end. I can't credit that defense enough. I mean, they really shut down CSKA. They closed out on them. They forced him into very difficult shots, and at the end of the day, it was the defense that won for Barcelona.
Barcelona hung tough. Maybe a bit of a nervy start to this one. 0 for 7 from the field as they got down 9-2. From that point forward, they regained the lead and never relinquished it. Let's look at the winning reaction here. As semifinal number 1 was sewn up, Barcelona celebrating a return trip to the Euroleague Championship game. Can they put this one in the trophy case alongside of the 2003 title? Well, they've got one more game to go, but so far, so good. We'll take